Good morning, David Hinton. Day 12, 90-day Facebook Live video challenge. Today, we're covering Chapter 11 of Slight Edge. We're coming to the conclusion. This chapter is titled Turning Your Dreams into Reality. It's all about goal setting. And he starts out, whatever you can do or dream you can, begin it. Boldness has genius, power has and magic in it. Johann Wolfgang von Goethe and Faust. So, again, this chapter is on goal setting. There have been volumes and volumes written on goal setting, and I have tried and started and begun and quit with goal setting, and it has frustrated me, frankly. But I'm learning, and here's what he says. For goals to come true, you must write it down, make it specific, and give it a deadline. Of course, we've all heard that. You must have a plan to start with. You must understand and pay the price. You must look at it every day. So those are his four categories. Number one, first, you've got to envision. You've got to envision it. Make it real. Put it down on paper. Make it specific and give it a deadline. As it's been stated many times, goals are dreams with deadlines, right? The deadline is important because an offshoot of the Pareto principle, or the 80-20 rule, that most of you are familiar with, is that most of the actual achieving of the goal occurs in the last 20% or of the time allotted. So if you have no deadline written, you'd never get around to the actual accomplishing of it, and very few goals in life do we accomplish by accident. Number two, start with the plan. The original plan, and you got to start with something, okay? Because you have to start with a plan, but the plan you start with will not be the plan that gets you there. What? That makes no sense at all. If this plan isn't going to get me to my goal, why bother designing it? What's the point? Aren't I just fooling myself with this pointless plan? Well, no, you're not. The original plan, which will get scrapped untold numbers of times, is what sets you on the path. It's the penny. You remember the doubling of the penny? Well, you got to start with the penny. The starting of achieving your goals is that penny. He points out, and I'll point it out to you too, don't let trying to come up with a perfect plan keep you from starting. Don't fall into that trap. Number three, know and pay the price. Oh, wait, there's a gotcha. No, it's not as bad as you think. Whatever the dream, whatever the goal, there is a price you'll need to pay, and that means giving up something. For instance, me, with my personal 90-day video challenge I have created for myself. Even though it isn't monumental, I've had to make some alterations to my schedule. You might call it a sacrifice. I'm not lounging around and looking at Facebook for an hour, even though I'm on Facebook doing this, right? But no, what I've got to do is I've got to get prepared by understanding, reading what's on there, digesting it down to something I can relay to you in hopefully less than 10 minutes. 13's been my worst. Hopefully I'll get better. Okay. But I had to do something. So he says, remember that whatever price you pay, there's a bigger price to pay for not doing it than the price for doing it. The price of neglect is much worse than the price of discipline. It may take a few years to put your success on track, but it takes your entire life to fail. The single most compelling reason, step number 4, look at it every day. The single most compelling reason for writing down your dreams is so you can look at them and read them every day. The reason you need to look at them every day is the same reason you need to keep yourself in the company of positive people. You need to counteract the force of gravity, or to put a different name on it, the force of mediocrity. Surround yourself with it. Keep your awareness in your face. Look at it every single day. Your brain is far more complex and the power that the biggest computer in the world, and your own subconscious is by far the biggest distraction you have. So writing it down. So I took this and did this a couple years ago. Now I have scratched some things out and changed dates, but part of my morning ritual is before I do my morning devotional, I'll look at this. I got 3 cards. I got one's titled Commitment to Me. I've got some things written down. I've got a couple things that the date that I put for achieving it is actually going to be far less than I thought when I wrote it down. I'll tell you about that privately sometime. But some of them I've had to extend. But my point is, I read it every day, and I've got it in the form of I have this, I will do this. I got it like that. I've also got some statements that I've got written out. One is I want, and one is I have. So, but I keep it in front of me. I look at it daily. So I've actually done this. All right. So I'm not just preaching, I'm actually doing. How about that? So having your dreams concretely spelled out on paper in the most vivid, specific terms possible, and with a very tangible, concrete timeline, provides you with an environment of yes for your goals, dreams, and aspirations. And when the 19-to-1 force of gravity starts leaking from our subconscious saying and says, yeah, but are they really? We need to respond, yes, yes, yes. Here's an amazing thing, and I've seen this happen so many times, yet it never ceases to fill me with awe. When you set your goals, life has a way of rearranging itself. A series of events starts in motion that you could never have predicted or planned to get you there. If you sit there and try to figure it out, it doesn't happen. But when you surround yourself with goals, your subconscious brain goes to work on it. And if you have the right philosophy, the philosophy of the slight edge, then you will come up with the right actions and keep repeating those actions. And a series of events will kick in, including circumstances you could never have dreamed of, that will take you to your goal. To give you an example, here's the true story of how I built the largest sales and distribution force in all of Germany for one of my past companies, which has become one of the largest such organizations in Europe. And anyway, he goes on to tell this story about how he had an idea to open up a branch of his company in Germany, and there's this long, convoluted series of events that took place for it to happen that literally took 4 pages of the chapter to tell it, and I won't sit here and try to retell it. But his first idea was to find Germans. So he went through this process of finding it, and long story short, it accomplished. But if he would have tried to perfect an actual plan to get it, there's no way. But he had to start with something, right? Find Germans, right? So what are your Germans? Or what point you gotta start somewhere. You've got to start somewhere. So in recap, don't try to figure out the whole race. Just figure out where to put your foot for the starting line. Just start. The results look incredibly complex, but it's not. It never is. It's always the simple little things that take you there. Everything you do, every decision you make is either building your dream or building someone else's dream. Every single thing you do is either leading you away from the masses or leading you away with the masses Every single thing you do is a slight edge decision. So again, the key points. You must write it down, make it specific, give it a deadline. You must have a plan to start with. You must understand and pay the price. You must look at it every day. And I challenge you to do that. I hope you got something out of that. I did. Y'all have a great weekend. I will be selling mattresses at the Sleep Number store in Flowood. And y'all come see me. Have a great day.